Hello and welcome to the British Equipped. We're here in Southern School. We are being hosted by the North Midlands Division today, and we have the British Equipped Bench Press, followed by the British Equipped Full Power. If you're new to equipped lifting, the bench press is a whole other ballgame to classic. The lifters will be wearing bench shirts, which are restrictive clothes that aim to stop the bar actually coming down to your chest. So half the fight is getting the bar to your chest, and then you get a lot of assistance from the shirt on the way up. So we'll talk about that more as we have lifters on the platform. The first session of today will be the bench press, and then we'll move on to the full power equipped at 2 p.m. and then the full power equipped will continue on day 2 of the competition here at Southern School. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the opportunity to support competitions like this, Eleiko and SPD. Obviously, they're huge sponsors of the sport, not just British powerlifting, but the IPF as well. And without their help, we couldn't put on these competitions. At this event, we also have sponsorship from Barbell Coalition and Peak Barbell, as well as Kasimov Creative and Phoenix Powerlifting. We're about to get underway now. We have the women's 52 kilo, 57 kilo, 63 and 69s on the platform at once. And then you see IPF speaker Joe Whiteley has joined us for the day today. And Judith McGauley is going to be first up, followed by Chloe Annabelle Smith, Nicola Murphy, Emma Stott and Rachel Spragg. So we have a range of weight classes on the platform together. We also have a range of age classes. Judith McGauley is competing in the M4s. Chloe Annabelle Smith is a sub-junior. Nicola Murphy is an M1, Emma Stott and Rachel Spragg are M2s. So there's a bunch of different categories going on as we work through. I believe we are about to get underway.
I'd just like to point out to side referees that the centre referee has her jacket on. Therefore you can take yours off if you would like to. Or if you're kitty and you're freezing and you've got cardio on, leave your jacket on, Lord. Right.
So we have Carol Springett, IPF Cat 1 referee, in position now, so we are ready to get underway, and it's going to be Judith McGauley in the 52 kilo M4 class to open. She's going to open with 30 kilos. Now I think she's actually clipped the safeties there on one side. I think she was down a little bit on the right hand side and clipped the safety on that side. Good lift nonetheless, it didn't put her off.
And a good lift for Judith McGauley. The next weight on the bar is 50 kilos. 50 kilos, pay no attention to the screen, don't worry about that. It's 50 kilos for Chloe Annabelle Smith.
Next out we have Chloe Annabelle Smith in the sub-junior 57s.
The correct numbers. We are in our happy place. The bar is loaded. 50 kilos.
She's opening with 50 kilos.
Just getting the blocks put in place there.
So just having to adjust the bench blocks a little bit. Lifters can request to have 10 centimetre, 20 centimetre or 30 centimetre blocks to raise the height of the platform, but their feet must be flat on them. Unfortunately, the bar went for a little bit of a wander at the top.
See how that looks? I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a blue card failure there. You see the little blue marks underneath the red lights. They're the colour-coded failure. And on bench press, the blue card could be for poor lockout or up and down movement of the bar. And I think in this case, it was up and down movement of the bar. The bar must go to lockout in one motion. It can stop, but it can't go down again. So here's Nicola Murphy, M152 kilo class, and she's opening with 60 kilos.
Bar is loaded. 60 kilos, Nicola Murphy.
Current best in competition is 72.5. Nice and smooth.
3 white lights and a good lift.
And that's 3 white lights.
Next weight on the bar, 67.5 kilos for Emma Stott. She'll be followed by Spragg and Cardinale. If I am getting anybody's name wrong, by the way, tell your coach to tell me and I'll put it right. Give it my best guess.
This is Emma Stott. She's in the M257s. I think this must be her first year in the M2s.
Bars loaded, 67.5 kilos, Emma Stott.
Current best is 70 kilos. This is 67.5. Nice and easy for Emma. Didn't seem to get too much resistance from the shirt there, so it was set nicely for her opening attempt. She did get a yellow card failure from one of the side referees, but unfortunately I didn't spot what that was likely to be for. Here's Rachel Spragg.
Bars loaded, 75 kilos, Rachel Spragg.
She's M2 63 kilo class and she's opening with 75 kilos. Current best, 87.5. She just got a little bit out of line there. The bench shirt's going to try and take the path of least resistance, and you have to overcome that and be the boss of that shirt. Unfortunately, the shirt sent the bar in the wrong direction, and once it goes over the top, it's really hard to bring that weight back.
77.5 goes on the bar now for Sarah Cardinale, Quinn and Disanayake to get ready. Bar is loaded, 77.5 kilos.
Here's Sarah Cardinale. First of our open lifters, she's in the 69 kilo class. The little graphic on the top there shows you the class and category of each lifter. Not been lifting equipped very long, this matches her current best. Yeah, I didn't want to say while the lift was in progress, but I'm pretty sure that she jumped the start command. Hear the sadness in the referee's voice.
Disanayake, Stephen, get ready. Last 3 lifts in round 1.
Helen Quinn is out next.
Bar loaded.
Open 57 kilo class. I can't find any evidence that she's actually lifted equipped before, so presumably she's set her QT raw. And her current best raw bench is 70. This is 80 kilos. Really nice. I suspect that's her first equipped bench on the platform and she made short work of it.
Next weight on the bar is 100 kilos. We are into triple figures and we're only in the first round. This is for Amila Disanayake, to be followed by Rachel Steedman.
Here's Amila Disanayake. She's in the open 52 kilo class and she's opening her bench with 100 kilos.
The bar is loaded at 100 kilos for Amila Disanayake.
This matches what she did out at the World Bench in South Africa last May. Picked up the bronze medal there. She did really well to keep that back. It looked like it was heading for the face, but she kept control of it and managed to get it to the top. Really well done.
All right, Rachel Steedman is up now for 137.5 kilos. And she'll be followed as we go to round 2 by Judy Fagoli and Chloe Smith.
Rachel Steedman next. Current best is 140.5. She did that at last year's British Equip Bench. Looks like we're pretty close to that already. Rachel's in the 76s, and it is indeed her own British record at 140.5, so she's opening this close to it. Could well see a British record attempt on her second. Quite a difficult touch, but she stayed patient with it.
3 white lights and a good lift.
Now this is where adding more weight might actually make that an easier touch and she'd get a better press out of it. It's a little bit counterintuitive, but with Equip Bench quite often the answer is put a bit more weight on. And I wouldn't be surprised to see a British record attempt from Rachel on her next. And we do not have Jodie Cook lifting. Apparently she's on the score sheet, but it looks like she's not actually here today. So that means we're through to the second round with Judith McGawley. Made 30 kilos with our opener. This is 32.5. Yeah, no dramas there for Judith.
Good lift for Judith. Next weight on the bar is 50 kilos. The second attempt at this weight for Chloe Annabelle Smith. Let's all get behind her when she comes out for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, she needs it to stay on the board, but I'm sure she'll be fine. Nicola Murphy, Rachel Sprague to get ready.
Now here's Chloe Annabelle Smith. She missed her opener with 50 kilos. I think she just sent it in the wrong direction.
Bar is loaded. 50 kilos, Chloe Annabelle Smith. Come on, Chloe!
But it's a nerve-wracking thing. This is her first British Championships. It's more than she's done on the platform before. No, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately what happened there is she was successful with the press. It was a little bit scrappy on the bottom, but she managed to drive it to the top, but it went all the way back into the rack. I know how that feels. You've just got a little bit out of balance, and the centre referee calls rack, and there's nothing you can do because it's already there. That's a real shame, but she's definitely capable of the weight. And I doubt there's an Equip bencher out there that hasn't come out for their third with nothing on the board. This is nothing to worry about.
Bar loaded, 65 kilos, Nicola Murphy.
Nicola Murphy now. Fast off the chest, slow to lock out.
That's 3 white lights
But she's got long arms for a bencher. That bar has a long way to go. Good lift for Nicola. And we have Rachel Sprague out next.
Bar loaded, 75 kilos for Rachel Sprague.
So this is the second attempt at 75. Yeah, that was good from here. Not the smoothest bar path on the descent, but she got it back to the top, and that's all that counts. No points for style in powerlifting. Emma Stott next. She's gone up to 75, taking a 7.5 kilo increment. So this will be a 5 kilo platform PB. Nice. Yeah, very nice. 5 kilo PB for Emma Stott. I'm sure she'll be delighted with that. And we have Sarah Cardinal for her second attempt at 77.5.
This is an easy one now.
I think she just racked it too early though. I think she just missed the referee's command, so this should be nice and easy.
Smaller blocks requested. Okay, yeah, blocks are in place. Good, Sarah.
No, unfortunately. I'm gonna keep quiet during the lift because I'm close enough to the platform that I don't want to influence anyone else's decisions or put the lifter off. But yeah, there was a clear downward movement of the bar during that lift, which was a real shame. But I think she got a bar path wrong off the chest. It seemed to go up instead of slightly back towards the face, and I think that's what gave her a bit of a difficult transition through the midpoint. The bench shirt will give you so much, but then you have to be underneath it and driving that bar home in the right direction when it stops giving you any support. Here's Helen Quinn. 85 kilos on the bar. Now she's a fighter. She's done really well to stick with that, but there was a lot of movement through the lift, so yeah, I'm not really overly surprised. But that's what happens when it's right at the limit of your ability. Unfortunately, can't really tell much from that replay. It's stuttering a little bit. But when you're right at the limit of power, the body recruits everything it can to try and get that bar up. So the legs press into the floor a bit more, the butt lifts, the shoulders shift, everything you can do. Because let's face it, you've got a heavy weight right above your face. It's life and death. You've got to get that thing back to the top. Amila Disaniake now. And we have a British record attempt. This is in the open 52 kilo class. And this is Natalie Blake's record from 2012. That is a long-standing record. Stands at 107.5, set in May 2012. Nice and patient to the touch, and I think that's a good lift. That's a new British record for Amelia Dissanayake.
That record, as told by Gigi, has stood for 12 years. It was broken by Natalie Blake in 2012. She's just broken a 12-year-old record. That is phenomenal. What's she going to do in round 3? 108.5, I reckon. 141 goes on.
Speaking of British records, here is Rachel Steedman. We thought she'd go for a British record attempt on her second, and here it is. It's her own record that she's going to chip by half a kilo. When we talk about chips, normally you can only go up in increments of 2.5 kilos, but if it's a record attempt, you can add half a kilo. There's a query about what's on the bar. The weight should be 141.
No names, no pack drill.
So the bar is now correctly loaded to 141 kilos, and here's Rachel Steedman. Always difficult for the athlete when they're kept waiting, all adjusted and wrapped. Well, she's got it all the way to the top there. The camera was jumping around a little bit, so I couldn't really make a judgment on whether it was a good lift or not, but the referees are in the absolute best place to tell, and that was 3 white lights. Just having a bit of trouble with our replay camera there, just having a little bit of a laggy time with it. And already we are through to the 3rd round of bench, and here's Judith McGawley. She's added another 2.5 kilos. This is 35.
Because we are going to do the dance of the referees. Give Carol a break. The bar is loaded. 35 kilos, Judith McGawley.
So as this is bench only, we are crowning our British champions after this round, or at least the first batch of them. It just grinds to a halt halfway up. Leaves her with the best of 32.5, and she is the 2024 M4 52 kilo British bench champion.
50 kilos on the bar for Chloe Annabelle Smith. She needs this one.
Now we have a lifter in trouble. To be honest though, it's not that unusual with a quick bench to only get your 3rd one in. They say your first bench press on the platform is for adjusting the shirt finally. It's a bit hard to really understand for classic lifters, but you might not even get a touch in warm-up, so it's a bit hard to judge where you are. But she looks fired up. I'm sure she's strong enough for it to stay in the competition and for the 57 kilo sub-junior British title. Let's see what the referees think. And they think she went from 0 to hero in 1 move. Look at the relief there. I think that's relief.
70 kilos on the bar now.
I just heard the MC say that's powerlifting, but to be fair, that's a quick bench. You might bomb, you might win, nobody knows. Third lift for Nicola Murphy. Not quite there today. Leaves her with the best bench of 65 kilos, and she is the 52 kilo M1 British bench champion. Oh, excuse me, no lift. So we have another lifter in the same position now, 2 lifts down and nothing on the board. Sarah Cardinal for her third attempt at 77.5. Just needs to send it in the right direction. She's easily strong enough for it. She's just had a great example of someone coming out for the third and smoking it. Well, I think she might have got it. And the referees think so too. The coach was shouting gentle, gentle, and she hammered that bar down to her chest like a ton of bricks. Nevertheless, she got a successful lift with it and walks away the 69 kilo British champion.
2 attempts remain to change openers for the B flight, and the bar is loaded. 82.5 kilos, regular strap.
Here's Rachel Sprague.
This will be a British
Missed her opener, came back strong with 75 on her second. This is 82.5 for an M2 63 kilo British record. Well, that's a good lift, but I'm sorry, it's not a British record. I've just taken a look at the records, and that record belongs to Maureen Gordon, and that did not fall today. So excuse me. MC is feeding me duff information.
Bar is loaded.
Last lift of the day for Helen Quinn.
No, this is Emma Stott. This is 85
Oh, excuse me, it's Emma Stott on the platform for 85.5. Excuse me, our graphics are a little bit out of sync there.
This should be Helen Quinn. This should not be Emma Stott. Right, 85 on the bar, 85 on the bar for Helen Quinn.
Okay, a little bit of confusion with the score sheet. It skipped ahead and it skipped back, and we're all on the same page now. And this is Helen Quinn for 85 kilos.
Yeah, bar's loaded. 85 for Helen Quinn. Sorry about that.
Yeah, a nice press there, despite the confusion.
Yeah, very white marks for Helen Quinn. Sorry about the confusion on the run up there. Right. So
Now, although Helen Quinn is in the open category and Emma Stott is in the M2 category, all the age classes get entered into the open as well. So Emma Stott is about to come out for 85.5 for a British record, but also the open British bench title. Now, this is a long-standing record as well. This is Jenny Hunter all the way back in 2012. Jenny Hunter, legendary bencher. But it's a big jump for Emma. She took a 7.5 kilo jump to a second, and this is more than 10. So hopefully she's jacked that shirt down adequately. That's not going anywhere. A little bit ambitious, but do you know what? She's felt it in her hands now. She knows what it feels like. She can come after that the next time out. She is the M2 57 kilo British champion.
Who took that record with 108. This was extended by 2 kilos, and she's going to be followed, funnily enough, by Rachel Stephen. No more changes to unders, by the way. No more changes to openers.
2 more lifts remain in this flight, and then we move on to the next flight of lifters. Here's Amila Disaniake. She broke a British record with 108 on her second. This is 110. And she's not coming out.
So we're on the clock.
So the rules say if a lifter submits an attempt, then we have to run the clock and run 60 seconds. It's considered good manners and good sportsmanship to put an attempt in rather than scratch your attempt, which would give your opponents less time to recover. And especially important when you're dealing with equipped, because you don't suddenly want to find out you've only got one knee wrapped and you're one lifter out. So it's considered good manners to leave your attempt where it is, and we run the clock down. Often take the opportunity to just thank our sponsors: Eleiko, SBD, Barbell Coalition, Phoenix Powerlifting, Phoenix Barbell, Kasimov Creative, and Peak Barbell. Just a reminder that you can get your photo video packages from White Lights Media, who will be here all weekend. Their hype videos are phenomenal. So here we go. Hopefully Rachel Steedman's coming out for an attempt to extend her own British record for the second time today. Looking for 143.
As soon as this round's over, we will complete the flight up. There will be a little bit of time while we swap.
It's always a cunning move to add half a kilo on like this. So if you go away and lift abroad, then you wouldn't be able to chip a British record. So someone would have to, if they were lifting at the Europeans, they would have to do 145 to beat you if you did 143. So these chips can be handy in ways that extend beyond strategic decisions at the end of the competition. So here's Rachel Steedman, 143 on the bar. Yeah, it was a tough lockout, but she stayed patient. She got a great line, and that is another extension to her British record for Rachel Steedman. And of course, she is the 76 kilo British champion. Next up, the next flight is going to be the 84 kilo and 84 plus kilo class. I think I am due the rare treat of watching someone break my own British record while I'm sat here commentating on them, so that's something to look forward to. We're going to have Katie Tatum, Joanne Frost, Ella Brincat-Smith, Miriam Webber, Joanne Parkin, Joanne Laird, Siobhan Taylor, and it looks like Kate Sweatman's not lifting. We were expecting Katie Baker, Lucy Gill and Kate Sweatman, but then they do not have attempts in, so I presume they're not lifting today. And we're going to kick off with Katie Tatum. She is in the sub-junior 84 kilo class. Once we've done the dance of the referees.
Bar is loaded. 60 kilos, Katie Tatum.
This is a 60 kilo opener. So the TC is just preventing her from coming onto the platform without doing her wrist wraps first. The only item of clothing you can adjust on the platform is your belt. and the technical controller's job is to stop anyone getting onto the platform inappropriately attired. So here's Katie Tatum, 60 kilos. Lifting unequipped. He does not have a bench shirt on there. Next out we have Joanne Frost, expertly coached by Phil Frost there, who is taking exception to something, not quite sure what, but he is from Yorkshire, so it could be anything. Joanne looks like she's having a great time there. She's going to open her bench with 105.
The bar is loaded, 105 kilos for Joe Frost.
Not usually Joanne's favourite lift. Her current best is 110 and she's only at 105, so must be feeling good. Bit of difficult touch, but she was rewarded with a great pop off the chest. Just had a little bit of work to do to lock it out. And that's a great lift for Joanne Frost.
105 remains on the bar. This is for Ella Brinkhouse-Smith. Can we call her EBS? Maybe. This, if successful, will break her own British record.
So Ella Brinkhouse-Smith is out next. She's looking for 105. In the 84 plus class, junior. Just went over the top. She just got a line a little bit wrong, so it was heading back towards the head of the bench a bit too fast. The strength is definitely there, she was just a little bit off balance. Got a line a little bit wrong.
But certainly the yellows are for, yeah, oh, okay, so it was yellows all over. Yeah, adjusted the ratchet effectively. 110 on
Miriam Webber is out next.
The bar is loaded. Joe Parkin, Joe Laird, get ready.
She's looking for 110 to open her account against a current best of 115.5. Very slow off the chest there. But she got a nice short stroke. She got that all the way back to the top. Drew a yellow card failure from the side referee. I didn't spot what that was myself. The yellow card can cover a range of infractions, such as moving the feet, so the grip being wrong, the bum coming off the bench. The head and the butt must remain in contact with the bench and the feet flat on the floor. Now here's Joanne Parkin for 110. She's in the M1 84 plus. That barely looked like she had a shirt on at all. That was lovely and easy for Joanne Parkin. Hopefully she'll put a bit of weight on it for her next one.
35 kilos. Siobhan Taylor, Katie Tatum, get ready.
And here's Joanne Laird. She's in the M2 84 plus class. Current best in competition is 135, but that was from the European bench last year and she didn't have a best day. I think she only got her opener in, so that doesn't represent what she's capable of. And she's opening with 135 today. Bit of a difficult touch, but she got a great pop off the chest there. I suspect the next one with a bit more weight on it might even go a little bit easier. She was really fighting for the touch.
Next weight on the bar, 150 kilos.
So here's Siobhan Taylor. Relatively recently adopted equipped benching. Nevertheless, she is the current M1 European bench champion. Well, I have her best as 142.5, but this is 150, so this is a massive PB already. British record in the M1s is Jax Goff with 163, so let's see how this moves. She did great to finish that off. I think the bar slid a bit on her chest. She lost her tightness a little bit. She sank a little bit, and she was a while getting the press command because it was just skipping a little bit on the chest. And despite all that, she pressed it easily. So I think Jack Goff's record, as well as my own, might be in danger today from some of these Masters ladies. But you can't expect to cling to records forever. You expect the sport to progress.
Bars loaded, 65 kilos for Katie.
So second round of bench now, and here's Katie Tatum for 65. Gone up 5 kilos from her opener. No drama.
Rewind lights and a good lift at 65 kilos for Katie Tatum. Right folks, Ella Brincat-Smith, 105 on the bar, did not quite get this last time. This will extend her own British record if successful. So that is a junior British record. And if she is successful, it will not be not least in part because we've all got behind her when she comes out for this one. So the ladies and gentlemen, the bar is loaded.
So here's Ella Brincat-Smith for 105. She just lost her bar path last time. Strength was definitely there, but it went a little bit backwards too fast. And you have to wonder what went on last time, because that was lovely and easy. Next out we have Jo Frost. Looking to match her best ever in competition. Of course, Jo was the 2022 World Masters champion in Canada in the 3 lift. That was a real shame. But you know, I think the bar just came off the chest before she got the press command, so she lost a bit of her drive and impetus right at the bottom. I think she got every chance of smoking that next time out. Here's Miriam Webber now. She's gone up 5 kilos to 115. Didn't seem to get anything off the chest there. You're really relying on making the most of all the drive you can get out of that shirt off the chest.
One more attempt at that, but currently she's got a best of
You only get benefit from the chest to about halfway up, and then you need to be right underneath that and ready to drive it home.
last 3 minutes in round 2.
Joanne Parkin now for 117.5.
A 117.5. Joe Parkin.
She did 125 at the Scottish bench last August. Silver medalist at the Euros. That was pure muscle getting that all the way up.
That is 2-1. Good lift.
Oh, interesting. That's the first one we've had. We have a red card failure from the centre referee, which is about elbow depth. The underside of your elbow must pass. In fact, excuse me, I can see the jury in action. It looks like we've got an overturn.
Say, ladies and gentlemen, that the jury have overturned Joe Parkin's last lift of 117.5.
Okay, so the bottom of the elbow must pass below the middle of the shoulder joint. I'm not quite sure how the jury is saying that from the side, but apparently they are. So we have a 3-man jury, and if they are all in agreement, they can overturn a 2-1 referee's decision. So that all amounts to no lift for Joe Parkin.
The bar is loaded, 137.5 kilos for Joe Laird.
So here's other benching Joe. Here's Joe Laird. John Parkin is in the M1s, Joe Laird is in the M2s. Now, she's only gone up to 137.5, which I'm surprised by, if I'm honest. I expected to see her take a big jump.
Because I didn't want to trip all the other lifters up, although it does actually look like Siobhan's ready anyway. So there we go.
Yep, she's not coming out. So I think what we're seeing there is there's no one else in her class, so she's taking that as her British Championship and her qualification for Worlds.
Don't be afraid of joining in and cheering for your bench.
Do you know, in a lot of ways, I'm sorry she didn't take the opportunity to break my record right in front of me. I think that would have been the amusing thing to do. But yeah, she's taken that. Don't forget that anyone who wins this year qualifies for the World Bench, which this year is in Texas, Austin, Texas, and it looks like it's going to be an absolutely phenomenal competition. There's a huge amount of sponsorship and a huge amount of money gone into that, and we have some news coming in about a week about the World Bench Press Championship. Lots of exciting things going on there, reaching new audiences. Okay, so the clock has ticked down on Joanne Laird, and here's Siobhan Taylor for 155. Again, relatively conservative. Both Joanne Laird and Siobhan Taylor I know have benched in the sort of 160 range in training. One of the trixiest, most technical lifts of all, that equipped bench. She rotated there. You could see she internally rotated at the shoulder, which meant that her elbows were way forward of the bar. There was no way she was getting that off the chest. It's something that as we look here, there we go. She just rotates downwards. And once you're in that position, you've got no leverage. Everything's on the rotator cuff to try and bring that back up, and basically you've got no chance. But the shirt is trying to force you down that path, because the last inch that you're trying to bring that bar in is trying to push you all over the place. You can think of it as trying to bring two ends of the same polarity of a magnet together, and it's just pushing you away. So the temptation is to rotate forward to get the touch, but of course then you have to rotate back to get the press. I can see Siobhan's put in 165 for a third anyway. Absolutely brilliant. That's what I would have done, to be honest. Unlikely to be challenged in class. Why not go for it? So, third lift here for Katie Tatum. She hasn't put a shirt on for any of the 3 lifts. She's just done them all raw. This is 67.5. Three white lights.
Good lift for Katie. 3 for 3. Very nice. Joe Frost up now for 112.5. Didn't get 110. Didn't want 110. Decided to prefer 112.5.
Here's Joe Frost looking very relaxed, coming out for a PB attempt of 112.5.
If you are unfamiliar with equipment lifting, sometimes if the shirt ain't working, bang more weight on it. She'll be reading. Bars loaded, 112.5 kilos for Joanne Frost. Come on, Joe.
Yeah, I think she's got every chance of hitting this. A nice little PB. 3 Joannes in this flight. No, it's just lost it at the bottom. Nevertheless, Joanne Frost is your M2 84 kilo British bench champion and presumably qualified for Texas.
This is Miriam's second attempt at this weight. Miriam subscribing to the Get the Shirt Set Right, and I'll have the same weight, thank you, theory. To be followed by Ella, Joanne and Siobhan. Parkin and Laird in that order. 2 attempts to make a change openers. Bar is loaded.
Here's Miriam Webber.
Miriam Webber. Come on, Miriam.
Having another crack at 115. She's a little bit hesitant off the chest there, so she didn't manage to get much of the help of the shirt from her. You really need to be pulled in tight to the shirt and explode as soon as you get. And you can see there's a little up and down movement there.
This will extend her own previously set British record by 10 kilos. It's successful. Last chance to change owners. Joe Parkin, Joe Laird, Siobhan Taylor will follow. The bar is loaded.
Here's Ella Brinkat-Smith. Had a bit of difficulty with her opener. Absolutely smoked it on her second. She's added 10 kilos now. This is 115. This matches the junior 84 plus record, but will not take it. With records, it's who did it first. Body weight is not relevant. It was a scrap, but I don't think she quite managed it. Nevertheless, she's the super heavyweight junior British bench champion with her 105 kilos.
So she's got a British record with 1 lift of 105. 117.5 on the bar now for Joanne Parkin. Bars loaded, no more changes to flight C.
Here's Joe Parkin, missed 117.5. Going to come out for it again. Now, this was on elbow depth. So hopefully we'll get a front view of this. So that looks well into me. So I must admit I wasn't really looking for it the first time out, but I couldn't really see that there was any issue there at all.
137.5 on the bar now for Joanne Laird. 65.
So that was a good lift for Joe Parkin. She takes the silver medal in the M1 84 plus.
Although in actual fact, she didn't really attempt it last time. She just put it on a late timeout.
So here we go. We are counting down the clock now for Joanne Laird for the second time. And this will just make sure we've only got 1 lifter left in this flight, and that's Siobhan Taylor. But this just makes sure that she gets as much rest as possible. because it's quite a short flight. There's only 7 lifters in it. Not everyone's the same, obviously, but my experience of being in a shirt is I just want to get on with it. I don't want extra weight. I don't want to hang about. I'd rather just get back on the bench, do the bench, and then get the thing off.
So it is very nice to be here.
But you know, other people have different priorities. I think the fastest ever training sessions that I do are equip bench.
Southern School. Thank you very much, Southern School. It's very new. It's not entered into my brain yet. But we have
as we count down the last few seconds on the clock, we have Siobhan Taylor coming out next. She's looking for 165 to take the single lift M1 super heavyweight British record from Jax Goff. Stands at 163. She set it in 2022. Now I think this will be the biggest Masters bench in British powerlifting.
And it belongs to Jack Scott.
So here we go. This is an attempt to take the biggest Masters bench in British powerlifting. I think it's going to be one of the biggest overall as well. I'm just taking a look at that. Yep, this will place her 3rd on the British list of the biggest benches done. Kate Sweatman obviously top of that list. Laura Berry-Webb 2nd. Real shame.
Not quite.
She got it off her chest, but it was going in the wrong direction. Unfortunately, she got underneath the hooks as well.
Not this time, mate. Not this time. I'm sorry to say.
Take another look at that. She controlled the weight beautifully down. She got it moving off the chest, but then it just went sideways.
But she's going to smash that next time.
Nevertheless, she is the M1 84 Plus British bench champion. And we move straight into another flight of bench.
Right, so
we have the men in this flight for the first time, and we have a range of age categories as before. We have open, junior, M1, M2 and M4. We have 2 M4 lifters in this class. Nice to see Stan McCrow back on the platform. Haven't seen him lift for a while.
The bar is loaded at 75 kilos for Mr. Stan McCrow. Come on, Stan.
So here we have Stan McCrow. He's been lifting since at least 1978. That must be one of the longest histories of anyone that's still coming out on the platform. More British titles than I could possibly list. Opening with 75 kilos. Opening raw by the look of it. Very fast descent there. Made easy work of it.
3 white lights. Good lift to Stan. Wrong way, Stan.
And next out is our next. I'm a bit distracted. Stan McCrow got lost coming off the platform. I hope someone will steer him in the right direction. We have Mick Ellender out next. He's an M4 93 kilo lifter. Looking for 110.
Williams, good, get ready.
Mick took the silver medal at the European bench last year with 115. Opening the 110 here.
20 seconds. Come on, Mick, plenty of time.
He's he can't wrap his wrist wraps on the... He's a IPF category referee. He should know that you can't wrap his wrist wraps on the platform. No one seems bothered, so looks like he...
That is probably 2-1, that is a good lift. That is the shortest interval between...
Okay, so that's a good lift for McKellender.
You are blessed, Mr. Ellender. 117.5 on the bar for Nathan Williams. Court here, get ready. So 117.5 on the bar for Nathan Williams, and the bar is...
Here's Nathan Williams. He's in the junior 66 kilo class. He's opening with 117.5. Kept his position very well, but was just hovering there. Hopefully he managed to leave some part of it down. He did.
Good lift.
3 white lights and he's on the board.
170 on the bar now for the mysteriously named A Cup.
We have the next lifter down as A Cud. Unfortunately, I can't bring you his first name. We don't have it. He's going to open with 170 and he's in the M1 93 kilo class.
170 kilos.
Yeah, that was a lovely opener.
3 white lights, a good lift. Next weight on the bar is 190 kilos for Simon Beer. Adrian Smith, Thomas Morgan, get ready.
Next out, Simon Beer. He's in the 105s. We have quite a few lifters in the 105s today.
The bar is loaded at 190 kilos for Simon Beer.
Current best is 185 and he's opening at 190. Must be feeling very confident today. Or he's got a new shirt. See the resistance of the shirt as he gets close. But that's what gives you that lovely pop off the chest.
3 white lights, good lift. 210 goes on the bar now for Adrian Smith, Thomas Morgan, Max Wadsworth, get ready.
Here's Adrian Smith. He's also in the 105s.
The big numbers now. Oh, we got in a break place. Bar is loaded, 210 kilos, Adrian Smith.
Bench 212.5 at this competition last year. But he's done 220 in the past. Wow, that was fast. Definitely got a lot more in the tank there.
3 white lights and a good lift. This way, sir. Thomas Morgan, next up to 220 kilos. Max Wadsworth, Martin Green, to follow.
Here's Tom Morgan.
20 kilos, Thomas Morgan.
93 kilo class. Incoming British bench champion. Hit 227.5 at this comp last year. Did 230 at European bench. Opening with 220 today. Yeah, he was wise there. He when he wasn't going his way, he just hit a little bit of a roadblock halfway up. He didn't struggle with it, didn't use up all his energy. He just told the spotters to take it, and that's really smart. You don't want to waste all your energy failing your first lift. Now here's Max Wadsworth. Hasn't been lifting equipped for very long. Been out to a couple of internationals as a raw lifter. He's out of the sub-juniors now into the junior class, lifting in the 93s. In fact, it looks like this is his first equipped competition. Bench is 182.5 raw. Opening is equipped with 230. Really nice.
Nice, Max, nice. Wrong way though. Good lift, wrong exit.
Just have a quick, excuse me, I'll do a quick look at what the junior records are in the 93s.
Get ready, last 3 lifts into the first round of flight C.
As I think that might come in handy.
Martin Green.
In fact, that was it. I think that was a British record for Max Wadsworth. I've got the junior record as 220.5 and he did 230, so. In the meantime, we have Martin Green, M2 105 kilo class, opening with 235. Been lifting equipped bench for a long time. He's just hit a wall. All that released energy from his shirt, got it so far, but he couldn't quite finish it off.
No lift at the moment, we'll see how that goes. 250 on the bar. Andy Champ, Mike Gibson, stand back row. Get ready. Bar is loaded. 250 kilos. Andy Champ.
Here's Andy Champ, 105 kilo class, opening with a massive 250 kilos. Yeah, no drama there at all for Andy. 250 on the board for him.
No, 3 white lights and a good lift for Andy Champ. It's only your first one, get 3 in. 270. 270 on the bar. Sorry.
And his rival is next out.
270 on the bar.
Mike Gibson is coming out for 270. He's the British record holder in class with 280.5. Stalwart of many equipped bench internationals.
The bar is loaded at 270 kilos for Mike Gibson.
Lauren Elder in his corner there. Having difficulty keeping his head down there, and yeah, went offline, hit the rack, and it was all over. Yeah, his head was up. Anyway, he's had a bench now to calibrate his shirt. I'm sure we'll get that next time out. Second round of bench now, and we have Stan McCrow. Very well-known face from the West Midlands. Openly 75, he's going up to 80 kilos.
80 kilos for Stan McCrow.
I'm just waiting for the referee's decision. It looked like he was aiming back for the rack, but it didn't actually put it back in the rack until told, so that was fine. 3 white lights for Stan McCrow.
Nathan Williams and Andy Cudd to get ready. We found out it was Andy. Got it. The bar is loaded, 120 kilos.
Rick Ellender next. He had a bit of a nightmare on his first one. He's added 10 kilos. This is 120. Yep, good lift there for Mick.
And a good lift for Mick Ellender, and in plenty of time this time, with all fully attached wrist wraps. 122.5 goes on the bar for Nathan Williams. Andy Cudd, Simon Beer, get ready. Bars loaded, 122.5 kilos, Nathan Williams.
Here's Nathan Williams. He's taken a 5 kilo increase from his opener. This is 122.5. Unfortunately, it didn't really get a lot out of the shirt.
Unfortunately, the bar reached a state of equilibrium and wouldn't go any further. That is no lift for Nathan.
But if he come out for that again, really keep it tight, reel that weight in and explode from the bottom. He's got every chance of getting that next time. Andy Cudd is out next. He's gone up 7.5 kilos. This is 177.5.
Bar is loaded, 177.5 kilos, Andy Cudd.
On, Andy!
His opener looked super easy.
Three white lights and a good lift. Brandy, 195.
3 white lights.
Just a few instructive words from Kitty there as he's leaving. That's it, he's been told now. He's got no excuse. 195 goes on the bar for Simon Beer. Tom Morgan, Adrian Smith.
Simon Beer is out next. He's taken a 5 kilo increase to 195.
5 kilos for Simon Beer.
Currently in 4th place in the Open 105s. Got a little bit of work to do to make it to the podium. When the touch is so difficult, quite often it makes the press harder, and he was very patient with it, and he kept his line really well.
Easy with the best of 190 for the minute. Right, folks, 220 on the bar for the second time of asking for Tom Morgan. Adrian Smith and Martin Green will follow Tom.
Tom Morgan out next for his second attempt at 220.
Get behind him when he comes out for this one, folks. Because let's face it, he is the boss. The bar is loaded. 220 kilos for Tom Morgan. Come on, Tom. Easy weight now. Come on.
Now, last time he got to a place and felt that it wasn't going, so he asked the spotters to take the bar from him. So he hasn't used up a huge amount of energy fighting that bar. So hopefully this will go better this time around. Again, I think he just popped off the chest the wrong way there. He was heading a bit back towards his face, a little bit too fast.
When he comes out next time. 220 remains on the bar for Adrian Smith. Martin Green,
Now,
get ready.
I mean, if that was me, I think I'd be going out there, I'd be jacking the shirt down a little bit, just trying to move the chest plate down a little, get absolutely tight and just try and explode off the chest. But as we've seen already today, it's entirely possible to get your 3rd bench, not having got your first 2. And here's Adrian Smith. 220 on the bar. Now the bar stalled halfway. Did it dip? The referee said it did not. The bar can come to a halt as long as it doesn't go down again. That's absolutely fine. Martin Green next. He's coming out for the same weight again, 235. Just got his line a bit wrong. Bar went west. But he's an experienced bencher. Not quite there today.
Unfortunately, that's no lift for Martin. He's got one more crack at that, and we will get behind him as we will with Tom. However, 240 us on the bar now.
He's possibly got a little bit more adjustment left in that shirt, though.
Andy Champ, Mike Gibson, get ready.
The problem is you don't adjust too much, then you can't get the bar to your chest, and then it makes it a more difficult touch, and it's even more difficult getting it back to the top. But he's well acquainted with what that shirt does. So here's Max Wadsworth. I think he took the British junior record with his opening lift. This is another 10 kilos on it, 240. Again, did really well there. The bar was drifting about on his chest. I thought he'd lost his path and lost his touch position, but he made short work of it anyway.
Mike Gibson to follow. We're going to round 3 with Stan McCrow.
Andy Champ's next for 262.5. Looking to take the fight to the Irish lifter, Mike Gibson.
I missaid it, or Carol misheard it. 262.5. We're happy with that. We are. The bar is loaded. 262.5 kilos for Andy Champ.
Nice work from Andy Champ. Current best is 265, and we're right up against that now.
For Andy Champ. All right, 270 on the bar for Mike Gibson. Stan McCrow, Mick Ellender to get ready. This is Michael's second attempt at 270 kilos.
Last lift in the second round is Mike Gibson.
Well, he's further away from home than most of us, and in a more difficult geographical direction anyway. You've got many places you call home. The bar is loaded.
So here's Mike for his second attempt at 270. He was pushing back a long way with his legs as well, so I think his butt was off at any rate. Just looked like the direction of travel is pushing too far back towards the head of the bench. But he's got one more attempt. And as we always say, and we are seeing it today as well, it is not unusual to come out for your third bench with nothing on the board and absolutely smoke it. So here we are at the third round. This is the third flight of benches. We have one flight remaining. This is Stan McCrow for 85 kilos to cement his umpteenth British title. That's about as close as I can get to it. Nice work there from Stan.
The bar is loaded. 125 kilos.
Here's Michael Allender for his final lift of the day, 125. Stan and Mick, the only M4 lifters we have in this flight. We can crown them both British champion in the M4s. Yeah, he lost his line really badly at the bottom there. He'd had a valiant attempt to bring it back, but it was not to be.
Good job, Mick. 125 on the bar now for Nathan Williams. Didn't get 122.5. Doesn't want it. 125.
Nathan Williams is out next. He missed 122.5 for his second. He's gone up to 125 for his third. That's often the answer with a quick bench, even if it's only psychological. Just give me another 2.5 kilos. It'll come to the chest easier, and I'll get it this time. Nathan is in the junior 66 kilo category. He pushed up rather than back there, and he was out of line, so he didn't get the pop that he wanted from the shirt. But he's the British champion in the junior 66s nonetheless. Andy Cudd now. He's looked great with 170 and 177.5. This is 180.
That is loaded. 180 kilos. Andy Cudd.
Already the new M1 93 kilo British bench champion. This is to seal the deal. Three white lights, that's 3 good lifts in. You don't see that so often in your quick bench. Here's Simon Beer, his second attempt at 195. He's in a heavily contested 105 kilo class. Not quite, unfortunately, leaves him with the best of 190. Here we have a lifter who is saying the equipped lifter's prayer. Just let me get one in. 3 lifters in that situation in this flight. Tom Morgan is the first out for his third attempt at 220. He's just seemed to be a little bit offline. I think he's certainly capable of the weight. Just needs to get it absolutely right. The TC is actually asking for the bench to be cleaned, I think. I'm not quite sure what we're waiting for.
We need a class of some description. I don't think we've got one.
I think we're ready to go now, but we don't have a centre ref. There she is, that was Carol Springett, IPF Cat 1 referee. Long-standing bowler member, lifter for many, many years. Cleaning up the bench at the request of Tom Morgan, who is about to come out for his third attempt at 220.
There is always something new in powerlifting, especially when you're dealing with the one, the only. International referee without portfolio. Lived in most places in Europe.
Right, here we go. Here is Tom Morgan for 220.
Come on, Tom! Come on!
Quick to the chest. And stay online. It was so close, but he just couldn't lock it out. So that is a no live for Tom. Unfortunately, that means he's bombed out of the competition. If you're an equipped lifter and you haven't bombed out yet, it's coming. Happens to everyone during the course of a long career. Lifting in equipment is a tricky business.
For British records, we only spotted it when he chipped his third, so there we go. The world's shyest Viking. The bar is loaded.
Here's Adrian Smith now for 232.5.
Adrian Smith.
This will... I'm just trying to figure out who's in which class and who's up against who. So, Adrian is currently second in the 105s, I think, with Mike Gibson not having one in yet. No, he lost that on the descent. If we do get a replay of that, you can see he gets most of the way down, and then the bar shifts on him. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, and it flattened him out on the chest. Couldn't keep his chest up. Couldn't keep his position. So he had a really brave attempt at getting that up, but it wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, British champion. So this is nothing or champion. And the bar is loaded.
So another lifter in trouble here. We have Martin Green in the M2 105s with his third attempt at 235. He's pressed this weight before. Just seemed a bit too heavy today. So that is no score for Martin Green, unfortunately.
No lift and no results. And ladies and gentlemen, he kept this one quiet, but his opener and his second were British records, and he's now going. If he gets this, he's going to put 20.5 kilos on the British record. Not bad for a day's work for Max Wadsworth.
Next out we have Max Wadsworth. I think he was world champion in the sub juniors. He certainly did very well out at the world bench anyway. He's looking like he's making the transition to equipped.
Loaded. 2
And this is his third British record attempt of the day, 250.5. Yep, I've just looked it up. He was sub-junior world champion in 2022. Up in the juniors now, though. 250.5 on the bar.
25 seconds. Well done, loaded.
Unfortunately not, but you know what? He's definitely got the strength.
They've got you, Matt, don't worry. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Quite a high touch point there.
To openers.
No, that didn't work out too well for him. Spotting and loading team kept him safe.
This is his third attempt at the same weight. Now, as we mentioned, there's probably not as many people here from Northern
So we have two lifters left in this flight, Mike Gibson and Andy Champ. Andy stuck a placeholder in there at 290. I don't expect to see Andy come out for that, but he wants to go after Mike, see what he does. Mike's had 2 goes at 270 so far. This is his third attempt.
Come on, Mike! Come on!
Now he got it most of the way there and he gave it a shake about, but he couldn't quite lock it out. That's a real shame for Mike Gibson. That hands the British title to Andy Champ already. So I would now expect Andy to drop to 281. I don't expect him to come out for 290, but it is still on the bar so far. The British record is Mike Gibson's at 280.5, so I was kind of expecting Andy to drop to 281. In bench only, you can change your third attempt 3 times as you can deadlift in a 3 lift competition, but he's coming out for it. A little bit of showboating from Andy. Could have taken 281 for the record. Already got the title. No, a bit too much. Nevertheless, he walks away British champion.
You all right, Andy? Yeah. Fist comes to the skin that got your back. That is only polite and respectful. Okay, so we go to
and we have 1 flight remaining for the British bench.
Right then.
These are the remaining men, the big lads, the 120 and the 120 plus class. And again, we have juniors, open, M1, M2, M3, M4.
120 to 120 plus. So we've only had 1 drop out, Phil Frost. I don't know. Yeah, there he is, slightly on. He alright up there. Comfy, aye. Not lifted, aye. Yorkshire Lancashire, you see. We both know which side's the best side of the pen eyes. We just disagree about which. So the order of lifting is.
So we're going to have Bob Baxter, excuse me, first. He's in the 105. Oh, excuse me. He's in the 120 kilo class, but only just. He's weighed in today at 105.1.
2.5 kilos on the bar for Bob Baxter, and the bar is.
Familiar face, been lifting for many, many years. Opening his bench here today at 132.5. Experience shows, made short work of that.
good lift. This way, Doc. This way, through there. $160 on the bar now. Joe Spring. $160 on the bar for Joe Spring. Andy Rigby, Reese Davies, get ready. Bar is loaded. 160 kilos for Joe Spring.
Here's Joe Spring. He is in the junior super heavyweight class. Opening his account with 160 against a current best of 170. A little bit scrappy. I think he got it.
Through the white lines and a good lift for Joe Spring. 180 on the bar now for Andy Rigby. Reese Davies, Josh Jones, get ready.
Now here's Andy Rigby, legend in the sport. He has held international records in, I think, 3 weight classes and 3 age classes. He is the current world champion in classic M3 bench. It's a bit of a floater between 93, 105 and 120 kilo class. And yeah, he's barely into the 120s here at 107.5. Lifting raw here today. He did lift in a shirt at the European bench in Bordeaux. That fast descent is typical for Andy.
That descent of Andy's always a bit frightening.
Gives the spotters a real fright. It feels like he's dropped it.
Left turn once he got past the lights. He's M3 now in each direction. 185 on the bar.
Reese Davies now. We've got another junior 120 plus lifter. And he's opening with 185.
Bar is loaded. 185 kilos. Reese Davies.
Nice and easy. Didn't seem to get much resistance from the shirt.
Good lift, good lift. For Reese, 205 on the bar now for Josh Jones. James Brinkham-Smith and Eddie Goreski, get ready.
Josh Jones is up next.
Bars loaded. 205 kilos. Josh Jones.
He's in the open super heavyweight class, Welsh lifter. Opening here with 205. I have his best as 207.5. But not for long by the look of that opener.
3 white lines and a good lift for Josh Jones. 210 on the bar now. For James Brinkham-Smith. Goreski, ball, get ready. Bars loaded. 210 kilos. James Brinkham.
Here's James Brinkham-Smith, M1 120 plus. He's opening with 210. Now I have his best as 240, but that was a little while ago. I think that was pre-lockdown. I think he's a long way down in body weight from there since those days. That's a good lift for James. He's on the board.
2-10 remains on the bar for Henry Goreski, Darren Ball, Craig Coggle, get ready.
We have Henry Goreski out next. He's in the 120 kilo class.
Bar is loaded, 120 kilos, Henry Goreski.
So here's Henry Goreski, 210 on the bar. Now he was fast off the chest, but the bar was skipping about. He found it difficult to get a touch, and I don't think he touched down exactly where he wanted to. But the speed off the chest was phenomenal.
210 remains on the bar for Darren Ball, Craig Coggle, Keenan Walton, get ready. Bar is loaded, 210 kilos, Darren Ball.
Here's Darren Ball. He's in the M2 120 kilo class. Took the silver medal at European Bench last year with 242.5. Opening today with 210. Now you can see the shirt slipping up his chest as the bar descended, electing not to wear a belt to keep his shirt down. Next out is Craig Coggle. I believe he's relatively new to equipped benching. Of course, we've seen his wife Rebecca Coggle out on the Masters Classic platform many times. And this is Craig's third competition in kit. Current best is 197.5. He's opening at a massive 225 here. Took a while to get the command because the bar was skipping about on his chest, but he made short work of it nonetheless, and he's on the board with 225.
Okay, folks, are you ready? We are loading the bar now to 310 kilos. This is for
now here's Keelan Walton. We are already at 310 for his opener.
Restate this as we get into round 2. But 310 kilos.
He was a prize winner, came away with money from the Arnold Sports Festival last time. I think he's lifting at the Arnold UK in March as well. He's done 317.5. Last year's British equipped.
One, two, three.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly a very heavy weight, but it didn't seem to present any problems. It was a lovely smooth press.
Good lift though, mate. That way. Right, 142.5 on the top. Joe Craig, Rhys Davies, get ready.
Into the second round of bench now, and Bob Baxter is looking for another 10 kilos. This is a 142.5.
kilos, Bob Baxter.
Here's Bob. He's our only M4 lifter in the 120s. Nice lift there for Bob.
3 wide line. Good lift to Joe Spring. For Bob Baxter. Reese Davis, Henry Garrett, get ready. Sorry, Henry, I was over polishing your name, and I believe pronounced Garrett, so there you go. Bar is loaded, 167.5 kilos, Joe Spring. By the way, if anybody's seen Degat Car, we're still waiting for her to report to Carol.
Here's Joe Spring for 167.5, taking a 7.5 kilo increase from his opener. I think that was just a little bit awkward all the way down. He got his right elbow out of line, and it was a little bit of a bitty descent, and his head started to come up and he planted it down again. So I think that was just a little bit untidy. If he can come out and just execute next time, I'm sure he'll get that.
And he's not a cricket that's praise. 197.5 and a half for Reese Davis. Henry Garecki, Josh Jones, get ready.
Reese Davis is out next. He's taken a chunky increase all the way up to 197.5. He's the junior 120 plus, along with Joe Spring.
197.5 kilos, Reese Davis.
So if Reese hits this, he is reasonably out of range for Joe Spring. Unfortunately not. He gets one more try at that. So he's still ahead of Joe Spring, but he's not completely out of range. Henry Garecki is out next. He missed 210. He's gone up to 215. It's often the right call.
210 does 1 210, 1 215. The bar is loaded. Josh Jones takes it back. Get ready. Come on, Henry. Smash it now. Come on.
Again, it was a difficult touch. He was skipping about on the chest. Took him a while to get the command. But he's on the board now with 215.
Bars loaded. 220 kilos, Josh Jones.
Here's Josh Jones. 220 kilos on the bar. Move up to third place temporarily. 3 white lights.
225 on the bar for James at Brinkham Smith. 2-4.
James Brinkat Smith is out next. Open with 210. Made short work of that. He's gone all the way up to 225.
Bars loaded. 225 kilos.
He's in the M1 class, but again, all the age categories are competing in the Open as well. So this will move him into 3rd place in the Open. He's guaranteed a win now in the M1s. Wouldn't it be great to podium in the Open as well? Good catch there from the spotters.
Just went over the top there, I'm afraid. No whiff for James. He has got a 210 in the back, so that's all good. But 225 goes on.
He's just a little out of shape there, I think. He's got a good chance of getting that if he can just execute on his 3rd. Now, Andy Rigby is out next, and he's put a shirt on. I think he was in a T-shirt for his opener.
The bar is loaded. 225 kilos. Andy Rigby.
And it is M3 120. And this exceeds his own British record by 2.5 kilos. He's been a classic lifter all his career. He's only this last couple of years put his shirt on. He thought he'd retired, came back for the M3 records. And he's collected quite a few. Nice lift there from Andy Rigby.
Andy's record's only
Maybe equipped could be a new lease of life for him.
for Andy Rigby. He has beaten himself and he's still got 1 attempt to go. So let's see what happens. 230 on the bar for Darren Ball, Craig Coggle, Keelan Walton.
Darren Ball out next. He was one of the great warm-up crew at Sheffield 2 weekends ago, helping out all the athletes in their underground warm-up bunker. Lifted both classic and equipped at last year's Euros. This is a 20 kilo increase from his opener. I think he's leading the way in the 120s. Now he's 2nd. This will put him in the lead in the Open as well as the M2s. Little bit of a lift of 2 halves, but it didn't dip. Oh, well, one referee thought it did dip.
245 on the bar for Craig Coggle, Keelan Walton to follow, and then Bob Baxter.
Didn't get a replay, so it's hard to judge.
Round 3. And the bar is loaded at 245 kilos for Craig Coggle.
And here's Craig Coggle. He's taken a big 20 kilo increase from his 2nd. I think his opener was a PB. Yep, he opened on a 27.5 kilo PB and did another 20 kilos to it. Just a bit out of line there. Gets one more attempt at that. I think he's in 2nd place overall. Excuse me, I'm speaking slowly. The score sheet doesn't have any placings on it, so I'm trying to visually pick my way through the classes. Yeah, I think he's in, Craig's in 2nd overall in the 120 plus. And here's the man in the lead, Keelan Walton. Open with 310. He's going for Tony Cliff's bench record in the 120 plus class. It's one of those oddities that the British record in the 120s is higher than in the 120 plus. Nevertheless, the British record is a British record, and here is Keelan Walton. 323 on the bar. Well, he's locked it out. What do the referees think? They think that's 3 white lights and a British record. I think that's his first British record for Keelan Walton. I think we can safely say no one will catch him now for the British title. We have just a few more benches left to go. And the first one is Bob Baxter. He's going to go for an M4 British record at 156. So I pointed out when he came out that he was only 105.1. He's deliberately water loaded to get into this class to take the record. Yeah, that's right, because of course in the M4 105s, Tom Collins has the record at 193.5. So this is another instance where the weight class above, the British record's much lower. So here's Bob Baxter for 156. To take Chris Gladding's M4 world record. Excuse me, British record. Not quite there today, unfortunately. Should have eaten a few more pies, got a bit further into the class. Next out, it's Joe Spring for his second attempt at 167.5. Wasn't sure if he was going to have a wild punt to try and get past Rhys Davis. But this is probably the sensible approach. You know, that was a really brave try, but the way he came off the chest, he just wasn't online. He didn't get the pop off it. So it was a really valiant try to try and muscle that up, but unfortunately came to nothing. So Joe Spring takes the junior silver in the 120 plus class. And Rhys Davis already has the gold in his pocket, coming out for 200 kilos. And that's a great lift for Rhys. 3 white lights and he has hit the 200 kilo landmark. Walks away the junior super heavyweight British bench press champion. Here's Henry Gorecki. He's in 3rd place right now in the 120s. This will not move him past Andy Rigby. Obviously Andy's in the M3s, but they're all in the open as well. It looked like he'd hit a wall there, but he managed to lock it out. And 2-1, it's a good lift. Drew a blue card failure from the centre referee. That can either be for lockout or downward movement of the bar. Not sure we're going to find out from the replay. No, it's just jumping about too much to really make any sense of it. Here's James Brincat-Smith, missed 225, he's gone up to 230. Might give him an easier touch. Not quite, unfortunately. Still leaves him with the best of 210, and he is the M1 Super Heavyweight British Champion.
I think James was finding that lifting at your own cost is an extra plus 15 to difficulty. 230 on the bar now for Andy Rigby. This will pull another 5 kilos on his own record, which basically only gets broken when Andy comes out to lift. Last one looks easy, the bar is loaded.
Here's Andy Rigby. He extended his own British record with his second lift at 225. This is another 5 kilos on top.
Raise the roof, Mr. Andy Rigby.
What I think the referee's missed there is that his head came right off the bench, but 3 white lights you cannot take away.
230 remains on the bar for Josh Jones.
So Andy Rigby is the M3 120 kilo British champion. He's also in the silver medalist in the Open. Here's Josh Jones. Took a big jump up to 220, is adding another 10 kilos here to 230. Currently in 3rd place. This will move him ahead of Craig Coggle. Yeah, that was a great lift for Josh Jones.
Craig Coggle's up now for 245. It eluded him last time. Will he get it this time? We're about to find out. He's followed by Darren Ball and Keelan Walton.
Craig Coggle is out next. He's sitting in 2nd place.
So we are going out with 2 banks.
I think.
So the bar is loaded. 245 kilos.
He isn't. He's sitting in 3rd place in the 120 plus. Excuse me, it's a very confusing score sheet. This will move him up to 2nd. This 245 on his 2nd attempt. Just went a bit offline. Certainly strong enough for it. Looks like he's got it.
Let's see, still waiting for one vote. There it is. 2-1, good lift for Craig
2-1, a good lift. He drew a red card failure, which is the elbows from the side referee.
Are both British record attempts. Darren Ball,
But
245.5.
I'm just looking at the jury.
Keelan Walton took the record away from Tony Cliff and he wants to kick it all the way.
I don't think they're doing anything, so that's good. That was a good lift. Craig Coggle is back in silver medal position.
First of all,
and he's guaranteed that silver medal now. 2 lifts remain.
Well, if Darren has his way, it won't do for one.
Now here's Darren Ball.
Is loaded. 245.5
He
kilos.
is, who's got the body weight? He's in second place in the 120s overall. He's already won the M2 British title. He's in second place. He'd like to win the Open. 245.5 on the bar. In fact, you know, he took the British record with his second. I missed that. Oh no, excuse me. That was the M3. This is the M2 record of Steve Lee's. A little bit too much today, but it was a valiant effort nonetheless. M2 British champion.
Right, last bench of the day.
And silver medal in the Open on bodyweight. That's a great day out for Darren.
330 kilos. This was Tony Cliff's record. He took it with 323.
Okay, we only have 1 lift remain, and it's a big one. It's Keelan Walton for 330.
We are about to find
So the British record with his second, 323 kilos. So that is 1 ticked off Tony Cliff's list. He's got plenty. He's got plenty to spare.
Some people just want it all, don't they? How many place you want all of them?
Took a few European and World M1 records last weekend, Tony Cliff. I know he's not interested in the Masters records, but he got them nonetheless. So here's Keelan Walton, 330 kilos. Wow, I think he's done it. 3 white lights. That is a dominant performance from your new super heavyweight British champion, Keelan Walton.
Everybody keep an eye out for Tony Cliff hanging about in the bushes outside. Make sure Keelan's all right. Okay. Well, that is the competition complete. I believe the
Fantastic. So, thank you for joining us for the British Equip Bench Press. We have the British Equip Full Power starting at 2 p.m. today, and that will continue this afternoon and through tomorrow as well. Join us back here at 2.
Chloe, and you'll be presented with a gold medal by Mr. James Brincat-Smith, who you may remember from being on the platform not very long ago. Well done, Chloe, British champion. That was sub-junior, by the way, sub-junior. So, still staying in sub-junior, women's 84 kilo class with a bench of 67.5 kilos. Your new British champion is Katie Tatum. Well done, Katie. In the juniors now, and we did mistakenly announce that she'd broken a sub-junior record, but she can't because she's a junior. 84 plus, single ply with a 105 bench. It is Ella Brincat-Smith. No going back in time and breaking sub-junior records. We all wish we could do it. The older we are, the more we wish, trust me. Thank you. Okay, women's 52 kilo non-juniors. 3 ladies in this class. In bronze medal position with 32.5 kilos, it is Judith McGawley. Silver medal in the 52s with 65 kilos, Nicola Murphy. And far and away the winner with a 108 kilo British record bench, it is Amila Disanayake. $52 kilo British champion. Well done, young lady. Right, 57 kilo class, also non-junior. 3 ladies in this class in bronze medal position with 50 kilos. Chloe Annabelle Smith. Taking silver with 75, it's Emma Stott. And the 57 kilo champion with 85 kilos is Helen Quinn. Well done, Helen. Right, so 63 kilos, only 1 lady in this class. So your new 63 kilo British champion with 82.5 is Rachel Spragg. Okay, now to the 69 kilo category. The winner with 77.5 kilos to be our new British champion is Sara Cardinale. Women's 76 kilo class with a bench of 143. There is just 1 lifter in this class with a bench of 143. Your new British champion is Rachel Steedman. $84 kilo single ply with a bench of 67.5. 1 lifter in this class. It is, your new British champion is Katie Tatum. Women's 84 kilo class, 2 ladies in this class in silver medal position with a bench of 105. It's Jo Frost. And taking gold with that 110 kilos, it is Miriam Webber. Women's 84 kilo class, only 1 lady in this class, and with a bench of 105, your new British champion is Ella Brincat-Smith. Okay. 84 plus class, 3 ladies in this class. 117.5 kilos for a bronze medal goes to Joanne Parkin.
Thank you.
Silver medal with 135 kilo goes to Joanne Laird. And gold medal for 150 kilos goes to Siobhan Taylor. Yeah, well, we're now into age classes, I believe. So we are looking at 52 kilo Masters 1. The winner of this category with 65 kilos is Nicola Murphy. James don't want to take any medals home, that's what's going on. Right, women's 84 plus, Masters 1. Silver medal goes with 117.5, goes to Jo Parkin. Gold medal and new M1 super heavyweight British champion, it is Siobhan Taylor with that 150 kilos. 57 kilo M2, one lady in this class with 75 kilos. Your M2 57 champion is Emma Stott. 63 kilo class. With a bench of 82.5, your British champion is Rachel Spragg. At 63 M2. 84 kilo M2. With a bench of 105, your British champion is Joanne Frost. 84 plus class. Masters 2, with a 135 kilo bench, your British champion is Jo Laird. And finally, 52 kilo Masters 4, with a bench of 32.5, your British champion is Judith McGawley. Yep, so we're going to do best lifter female while we have the ladies out, because we're not making a walk backwards and forwards. They'll be drunk by the time they've got off the platform. Best lifter. So, on points, the best lifter is, with 78.97, Rachel Steedman. And the prize is to get a Union Jack shirt and I believe £250. Yeah. All right, round of applause for our ladies. Thank you, ladies. Please leave the platform by whatever method you feel appropriate. Those of you that are too weighed down with bling, ask someone to give you a hand. Right, so once the ladies have finished posing for the gram, if we can get all the gentlemen out on the platform, please.
This one's fine.
All right, let's have all the gentlemen out on the platform, please, with your closest approximation to a British powerlifting tracksuit.
There you go, boys. Let's go.
Come on, boys, chop chop. Once again, participation medals are being handed out. Yes, indeed, by Mr. Aaron Sink. I'm saying he's of SPD, but that's his most recent association.
He's made an effort.
If you're from the West Midlands and your name's Singh, you're involved in powerlifting, okay?
Andy, have you not got a tighter t-shirt? Have you not got a tighter t-shirt?
James, well, a couple of crowds all the time, and everything you win for the British
He actually made contact and he wanted to join it.
Yeah, he knows. Rich steroids. Yeah. Right, watch it. Two. What about this one? Oh yeah, two. It's quite heavy. Quite heavy. And what? Yeah.
On all these boys listed, we're to get more medals now. There's an assembly line going on here. Don't bite it, it is made of metal. Seriously. We do have a dentist in the audience, but she don't want to work today. No thank you, she says, yeah. Don't bite your medals, as advised by 1 out of 1 top dentists in this location. Okay, so everyone's got the participation medals, so without further ado, we're going to drop into the classes. So, we're not doing women's. Men's 66 kilo junior. The junior champion in this class with a bench of 117.5 is Nathan Williams. Men's 93 kilo junior class. The breaker of records, the Shy Viking with 240, Mr. Max Wadsworth. Well done, sir. And now to the 120 plus juniors. 2 lads in this class taking the silver medal with a 160 bench. It is Joe Spring.
Well done.
And your junior 120 plus British champion with a 200 kilo bench is Rhys Davis. Men's 66 kilo open champion with 117.5, it is Nathan Williams. Men's 74 kilo open champion at age 74 with a bench of 75, Stan McCrow. Well done, Stan. Showing the young uns how it's done. 93 kilo open, 3 gentlemen in this class in bronze medal position with 120, Nick Allender. Silver medal with 180 kilos goes to Andy Cudd. And your 93 kilo open British champion with 240 kilos, it's Max Wadsworth. British champion, 19 years old, that is not bad. Right, 105 kilo open, 3 gentlemen in this class. In bronze medal position with 190 kilos, Simon Beer. Taking silver with 220, it's Adrian Smith. And your open British champion, he benched the most, he weighed the least, and he's the oldest, with 262.5, it's Andy Champ. Well, those are good numbers, Andy. They're all in your favour. He's only 41, he's not that old. Right.
Only just as well, only just.
Only just.
Last week.
Oh, happy birthday,
Still
mate.
technically 40 years old.
Technically. Come on, your moment's over now. Until you get your master's title as well. Wait for it. Right, 120 kilo. There's 4 gentlemen in this class. Only 3 of them get a medal. In silver medal, bronze medal position with 225 kilos, it's Henry Gorecki. Silver medal with 230 kilos, Darren Ball. And I'm sensing a theme here, because he benched the most, he's the oldest, and he weighs the least. Your British 120 Open champion is Andy Rigby. Well done, Andy. So 120 plus Open class now. There are actually 6 gentlemen in this class, and only 3 of them get a medal. Unfortunately, Mr. Brincat-Smith just missed the podium, so it's good that he's handing those out. He's got an itchy face, I'm not sure what's going on there. 230 kilos for a bronze medal goes to Josh Jones. Yeah! 245 kilos, the silver medal goes to Craig Coggle. And I'm sure it's no surprise that the super heavyweight champion with 330 kilos for a new British record, knocking Tony Cliff off that spot, Keelan Walton. Watch out for him on your way home, mate, I'm just saying. Right, okay, and into the Masters categories now. 93 kilo, M1, only 1 gentleman in this class. Your Masters 1 93 champion with 180 kilos is Andy Cudd. And I've been waiting for this moment, we have a paradox. Men's 120 kilo plus Masters 1 medal will be presented by Joe Frost, because your Masters 1 Super Heavyweight champion is James Brincat-Smith. How the turntables. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, James. That's it, he's going home now. Right, men's 120 Masters 2. Another record breaker with 230 kilos. Your champion is Darren Ball. Men's 120 kilo Masters 3. Another record breaker, all over his own this time. It's Mr. Andy Rigby, 230 kilos. And the man with all the numbers, he's 74 years old. He's in the 74 class. He benched 85 and his body weight was 66.6, so all the good numbers there. Stan McCrow, British M4 champion. Men's 93 class, Masters 4. Your champion with a bench of 120 is Mick Ellender. Well done, Mick, and thank you for your eagle eyes from the audience as well. And finally, last but by no means not least, men's 120 kilo, Masters 4, with a bench of 142.5. Your champion is Robert Baxter. Well done, Bob. So 1 award remains, and that is Best Lifter Bench Press Men. And it's probably no surprise to find out, ladies and gentlemen, that with 94.59 points and a 330 total, Your best lifter men is Keelan Walton! Winning a Union Jack shirt at 250 British pounds. I think you're the best. Certainly the easiest to spend in this country anyway. Well done, gents. Give him another round of applause. He was really, really well. And give our guys a round of applause as they leave the platform like a flock of starlings scattering at dust. Or however they want to do it. Off you go, boys. Go get some pizza.